Now there is another video series I will be doing soon, and this one I decided would be better off to start out with an intro rather than just beginning with the first carving video. But I will tell you all that I have these little coyotes here, and we'll tell you a little more story about them later as to how I carved a couple last year that were from a bit of a different pattern and kind of rearranged the pattern a bit lately just to make it so its head is going up to look like it's howling, and did it in a way that I could fit it onto this little piece of wood that I had, kind of made the pattern where it would fit that. But there's a little thing or two I wanted to mention before we get too much into that. I will tell you all that anyway, I have this little pillow buddy here that is made from the pelt of a coyote that I purchased off of Etsy. And as I have sometimes shared with my friends in Messenger and stuff, I've purchased other pelts off of Etsy that I have used broadcloth to patch up their mouths and backsides and stuff them with polyester stuffing like I do the stuffed animals, and sometimes these stuffies that I make out of pelts. I mean, I only make them for myself. I don't make them to sell, and I usually just kind of keep them by my bed at night. Sometimes if I need a little something to cuddle, I might take one of these pelts that are stuffed up like this and cuddle it like it's my own dog in the bed or something like that. And while I'm at it, since you've seen that I have carved red foxes before, I have one of a red fox that I made as well, and it also kind of stays in the same place. And before these two pelts were made into pillows, I would sometimes just take the pelts themselves into the bed and just kind of, make it like I'm sleeping next to fur, like I'm sleeping next to dogs. And I mean, of course, sometimes people do kind of, sleep with their living pet dogs, their domestic dogs, but I tell y'all, that's just a lot more responsibility than I can assume, taking care of a pet like that. And that's the kind of thing where I feel like I'm kind of better off with the pelts, because you can kind of have more exotic animals in the pelts. And besides the fact that here in the United States it's against the law to sell taxidermy of a domesticated breed of cat or dog, although you can have your own cat or dog stuffed if it dies for yourself. And as for what I've just shared here, just wanted to say that there's just so much to learn about these creatures and their lives, and so much to do. And as I carve into these, I will share a little more stories as to how these came about, and little stories as to how more of them sold in places. And that was just how I was so blessed by all the sales that I made in places. So we're going to get on with this series soon, and hope you will stay tuned.